Let's see who pops in this evening. First time trying this this setup here. And let's do some planning too while we're at it. Let's see. Hang out for a bit, see if anyone pops in, say hi. Hey, Fadian. First one in. I've been tweaking an OBS profile for Starlink. Just dialing down the bit rate and all that. Hopefully I get it sounding, not sounding better, but just less jumpy. So went back and viewed the one from earlier today. It was still jumping around in places. So I read up a little more, did a little more tweaking. We'll see how this works. Doesn't have to be. I also brought down the resolution too. I don't really care if it's lower resolution. I think as long as I sound clear enough. So I'm set up for the night. Nice little boondocking spot. And just doing some reading. Trying to get an idea of what I might do tomorrow in Badlands. Sounds weird. One thing I read about, though, is rattlesnakes. They're saying, yeah, you'll see a lot of signs of rattlesnakes, but you shouldn't probably see one. It's like, well, I actually kind of want to see one. Probably sounds weird, but I actually do. Let's look here. Got my tabs. Yeah, stream went longer than I thought it did, actually. I thought maybe it'll only run for an hour and a half. I actually think it went a lot longer than that. Yeah, I think between the lower bit rate, wide angle lens, everything moving fast, I can see probably a lot of the signs might have been hard to read. Imagine a few were probably legible. What's kind of funny is a lot of those camper vans that I was passing were passing me during that stream. I'm seeing right now. So I'm out at a pretty popular boondocking area. I'm gonna have a video tomorrow, kind of showing it off a little bit. There's dozens and dozens of spots out here, and literally every one of the camper vans that I saw on the highway during that stream, I have seen driving up and down the road here. So they must have all stopped up in town and got dinner, because I got in town and I immediately turned and came out here to grab a spot because I knew spots would be limited. And so I think a lot of them must have went and got some dinner, maybe used the bathroom or whatever, because now they're starting to roll in. Yeah, a few of them waved at me. They must recognize me as well. It's kind of funny. As well as a couple Class A's and one Airstream trailer. I guess if you're coming up this direction, there's only a couple places that people go to. So the road out here is not too bad. It's gravel. There's one part that's got some washouts. Let's go up on the side, get around it. Other than that, though, it's pretty manageable. There's a really nice view. I'll show it in the video tomorrow. Over there, the problem is when you walk, I was going to set up the table and everything right next to the edge and do the live stream from there. However, the wind is actually really harsh coming up from this valley. And so I'm like on the other side of my van trying to block out a lot of the wind. Yeah, I could have. I mean, I definitely went a pretty good distance. So hoping to run into some of these guys tomorrow. Some bighorn sheep. On the way down here, there's actually warning signs for bighorn sheep crossing. So I guess they do wander around this area, actually. I don't think they'd come around here right now, not with all the vehicles. And there's like a guy over there and a guy over there running generators. I can't imagine any wildlife would come around that. So, oh man, let me check my stream settings. Just kind of see what does it give me. Any warnings? No. I don't know how it's looking to you all so far, but not getting warnings. Just trying to get a profile set up in OBS so when I'm on Starlink out mobile like this, even if it's lower resolution, it'll play decent. Yeah, hard to say with bighorn sheep. I've run into them in Yellowstone, and they don't run away from us. They do keep a distance. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be too unreasonable to have, like, you know, some off in the field over here. But I don't think they'd come wandering up. I've actually got my trail cam, a little tripod, and I'm going to set that up right outside the van tonight to see if anything wanders around here at all. I started bringing that with me. It's kind of just curious, like, what kind of animals come out at night to these places that they know people frequent. So just getting some recommendations here. So long zoom lens. I have a long zoom lens. That's not a problem. What? I can't highlight text. It's stupid. So there's a very large population of bighorn sheep in the park. Let me zoom this in. Large herd of ewes hanging out around the Pinnacles Overlook. I'll be stopping by there. Oh, unfortunately, they have lost their fear of humans, so you can get shots with your cell phone. Yeah, but I'll still use my good camera. I would love to get some actually fighting. I would get my video camera out and do some slow motion video of that. I think that'd be fun. Fossil Trail, White River Valley Overlook. Yeah, I've got my eyes on that. So they're calling for, and some clouds are coming in. I don't know how well you can see that. Well, I guess you can see it in the video a little bit. Calling for partly cloudy next couple of days, which is actually good. Because I don't think it would be good for photographing with hard light. It'd be like in Utah or parts of Death Valley when there's no clouds. Just the sun washes all the color out. Yeah, there's actually some historic places. You know, so, I'm out here for a week. Time's limited, right? There's actually these little historic places that are protected. I think, like, there's old fossil beds, Native American old Native American locations. They try to preserve what's left of them. There's some caves I think I'm going to check out probably in a couple days. I mean, between here, Utah, Nevada, there's a lot. There's definitely a lot. 10-step ND filter, I have that. Many photographers dread cloudy days. No, they don't. I don't know any photographers that dread cloudy days. What kind of comment is this? Photographers dread sunny days. Yeah, Deadwood. There's a lot out here. I'm just going to focus on a few places to try to see that. I think this is going to be already what I've seen in South Dakota. It's going to remind me of Utah, which is I'm going to need to make like multiple vacations trips out here. Let's see, rain. I'm not doing infrared. Let's see here. Park is open 24 hours. You can pay on the way out. I don't have to pay. I have a military card. That's what I'm going to try to get to. Sunrise at Big Badlands Overlook. Wednesday's supposed to be completely cloudy. I think tomorrow's partly cloudy. So I need to try to get up really early before sunrise and catch this if possible. Apparently, Badlands is one of the few national parks you can actually freely walk around. Some national parks, like Lassen, for example, and parts of Yosemite, they have a lot of regulation for staying on the trail. And apparently, Badlands is open for just roaming around, so that might be kind of cool. Let's see. Bring old shoes. I got plenty of shoes. Dress in layers. All right. I basically like reading photographer blogs about places. Get an idea. Some of their opinions. Here's one. Jason Odell. Let's check this one out. Should have researched this more before I left, but work had me so stupid busy. I'll drop some links here for fun. Where's the other one at? I'll get the last one I had too. Yeah, there definitely seems to be a lot of it. I know I'm going to have to come back here anyways and bring the little woman. I'm going to come back with pictures and stories. She's already jealous of the gas station I actually stopped at. When I stopped the stream, there was a group of goats just hanging out at the gas station. Let me see if I can find the photo. It's hilarious. Give me a second here so I can find it. There's one just chilling out. But yeah, they're like walking to people at the pumps. Here. Yeah, he was just chilling in front of the store. You can walk up and pet him. There's two others walking around the pumps just saying hi to people. Just really chill. I've been around a lot of goats. I was waiting for them to headbutt. But no, they didn't do anything. Yeah, that's the gas station I stopped at. I thought that was cool. And she's going to definitely want to come out here. Don't think I'm going to get fog. Probably not the right time of year. I think I'm going to try to get up around 4:30. Make coffee. Only thing that sucks is I have to get the levelers out of the van. Actually, that's not a big deal. It just takes a minute to put them up. But I guess you can just kind of walk around, freely walk around, and check out formations. So that might be kind of cool. I'm thinking about getting I might get one of my cameras converted. I got quite a few cameras. If not, I can maybe find a Lumix camera. Someone converted to infrared. Does he have any more tips? No, he doesn't. Let's see here. Sam Houston Jones State Park. Never heard of that one. There's actually some pretty cool. There's one I'm going to try to see. Sam Houston Jones State Park. Checking that out right now. If I were making that area, maybe. There's one state park I want to check out here. Here it is. See if I can find some better pictures of it. A lot of state parks are. Trying to find some good pictures. It's called Custer State Park. Maybe I can just do this. I'm going to go to images. So this is nearby, too. Is the Custer State Park. And I guess this is a pretty nice one. So this is on my list to see as well. Not sure how big it is. I think it'd be fun. Been eyeballing that one for quite some time. Okay, so let's see what this guy has to say. Oops. Now, this is how I've seen a lot of bighorn sheep in Yellowstone, actually. Like, they're all kind of mangy looking like this all the time. Probably just use my telephoto most of the time. I got just 2 lenses, 2 cameras for my carry around. There's flies. I'm not expecting any mosquitoes. It's kind of dry out here. Knock on wood, none show up. Let's see here. Yeah, there's a lot of trails around here that have like fossils you can see. It should be fun no matter what. I'm not at work, right? I think that's what matters. I won't be at work. I'm gonna have my cameras. That's all that really matters. Oh yeah. No, I did find the one in Lake Charles, LA. Yeah. I did pull up a page on that. I guess there's bison, but if I go through Yellowstone on my trip, I'm gonna see bison anyways, so pretty basic. Seems like everyone says about the same thing for the most part. I feel pretty prepared for this. What's my webcam doing? Give me a second here. Oops. Had on some bad settings there. Gotta clean that up. At least I got settled in pretty early today. Had a really small dinner. Wasn't too terribly hungry. Got parked. It's only 7:30. Starting to get dark. Actually, I should be in bed by 9. I should be able to get a good amount of sleep and get up really early. Just perfect. That's a good shot. I like that. The layering. Cowboy. If you're really into cowboys and Indians out in Texas, that place explores Wild West history. I hope to see it one day. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't one of the big topics I got really into. I don't know. Actually, what I do like though, I like visiting abandoned old west towns, ghost towns. What's left of them? Those and old. I spent some time up in the Sierra Nevadas, trying to find some of the ghost towns, the old gold mining cities and colonies that there's really hardly any information about. They were good-sized towns. Hotels, saloons. Real Wild West, real shootouts. A lot of that's forgotten about, though. I've come across some remnants, talked to some people online, learned a little bit about it, but man, I feel there's just this history, and not just California, a lot of these states, that it's fading. The knowledge of all these old towns. The only thing that's left is some rubble. That's a really good shot right there. Oh, I like that one. That's really nice. Probably did it with a wide angle. Yeah, it had to be a wide angle. Probably still had to focus stack a little bit. I know. I took the family. I mean, my partner liked it. The kids didn't. Back to one that. Well, I mean, not that I discovered it. I just learned about it. Right. I was just following 2 tracks on eastern Sierra Nevadas and came across some abandoned buildings, and I learned about what it was. I thought it was really intriguing, interesting. And my partner, she dug it. You know, I took the family back there when I returned. Kids didn't even care to get out of the Forerunner and have a look. I think it's sad. Like, why do I care about a town that's not around anymore? It's like, what's the history? You know, this is what contributed to building the state that you live in now, in the country. It's our, was our legacy as Americans to go out there and search, try to make your money, adventure, risk, sacrifice. That's a good shot. A lot of people say this: get away from the road and hike into the Badlands. Yeah, I'll probably be doing this as well. Find a place to pull out, grab my gear, and hike out. That's why I will need a wide angle. Do I bring the ultra wide, or maybe I can do fine with my 24 to 70? I'm still going to bring my telephoto though. I do want to see rattlesnakes or anything else I can find. He did this the 12 to 24. I wonder how wide that was. Oh, okay. I was told I had something in my family tree. I don't know what. Like, I'm not even going to try to claim any percentage at all. I'm not sure what side of the family it came from. I was told I had some. I didn't really buy into it, but I was out with some friends, and one of my friends had a date. She was really quiet the whole night. This was back when I was a teenager. And we're all sitting around the table eating after drinking all night. Yes, as a teenager. Used to do that back then. And she speaks up, she turns to me, and she asked if I had any Native American. And everyone started laughing. You know, because I don't look it at all, right? And I get it. I don't really buy into it. My family told me. I was like, no one in my family looks Native American. What are you talking about? And I look at her, and I was like, yeah, like I don't know anything about it. How could you possibly know? And she says you have high cheekbones, which I didn't know was a feature. She's the only person to ever call it out. I was definitely very surprised. But I have a lot of whatever in me. I am a mutt. Looking at this though, he's 12 to 24. I have an 11 mil. That's kind of wide though. But I do have my big 14 mil. Trying to think what lenses I should bring. Could probably get by at the 24. Let's see, formation can be steep and rugged in places. Very, very hot in the Badlands in summer. Yeah, I imagine that. It's only high 70s today. I don't plan to be hiking past 10, though. Bring sun protection, so I do have my UV protection shirts with hoods to keep the sun off of me. Four potentially dangerous wildlife species inhabit the Badlands, including bison. Yes, bison are dangerous, people. Prairie rattlesnakes, which is what I would like to see. Rarely encounter. I mean, they can be hard to find if you don't know what you're looking for. Yeah, snakes can be a surprise. But in general, it's not like they're out looking to cause any problems. That's cool. I thought we're taking the DNA test to see what's in there. I think this is just going to say 1% of everything. Now, I do know probably the dominant part. If I have a dominant part, and I mean dominant is like maybe 15, 20% the most, is Dutch. I'm guessing. Everything else, I have no idea. You guys got some good shots. Definitely golden hour. I can definitely tell he pushes the vibrance in post-production. But still good looking shots. That's cool right there. That is definitely, yep, that's what I thought. Long exposure. You could tell by the blurring of the clouds. That's probably how I got the lightning. Before I got a lightning trigger for my photography, that's how I used to do storm photography. I would just do basically time lapse of long exposures and just hope one of them caught a lightning strike. That's a good looking shot. This guy does have some good looking stuff. He gives the information. He is leaving out the actual focal length he's shooting at. He keeps doing that. That part's a little bit frustrating. Like here he says he's got the Sony 12-24, and he gives the specs of the shot, but he didn't actually say what he was zoomed at. Was it 12? Was it 18? Was it 24? Because there's a big difference in perspective between 12 and 24 millimeter. Massive difference. This feels like maybe 14 to 18, potentially. Maybe 18. I wish he would have annotated what the actual focal length was. He's got everything else. F11, that makes sense. Does a lot of F11, F8, F11. It makes sense for landscape. F11. Again, 11 to 24. Huge range between that. As far as perspective goes, I wish you would have said which one. Oh well. Oh, that's a nice composition. I like that. How the texture here really guides your eye. Starts out right front and center at the bottom center. and pulls your eye over here. Then you notice all this right up here. And then if you continue to follow it, it ends over at the rainbow. That's a really nice composition. Really well done. Really guides the eye very well. He thought a lot about that framing to get that. Okay. He has some better stuff. Pretty inspiring. Let's see here. And browse one or two more for a call it a night. See if we can find any more blogs. People do a lot less blogs these days. Probably because everyone does, video, YouTube videos. I guess I can probably go in the van tonight, look up YouTube videos. Here's one. It's like this does remind me a little bit of Utah, but it's not exactly like Utah. This is definitely its own terrain, own unique terrain. I'm not too concerned about seeing bison. Seeing thousands of those in Yellowstone. That was pretty short. I wasn't too much. I guess I'm so used to California being so brown right now. It was all quite green to me. Even when it was brown, it was still more green than California. We have some terrain a little bit like this right over there. Be in tomorrow's video. I think that's scheduled for tomorrow. I need to check, make sure it's scheduled for morning. I usually schedule that something like that the day after. How about the yellow mounds? That's not a really good shot of them, though. Sun's too bright, washes out a lot of the color. Yeah. Fortunately, the lighting in these isn't too good. Not knocking the guy. I mean, I get it. You can't predict the clouds. You go on a trip to a national park, and I've done it. See the landscape, lighting sucks, I still take the photo. It's like, well, hell, I came all this way, might as well take a photo. It's going to be an ass photo, but might as well take one. That could happen tomorrow. Just how it goes. And people keep saying you'll hear rattlesnakes. I want to see one. Yeah, I do want to go see Devil's Tower on this trip as well. That's a couple hours away. And that's over. I mean, it's Wyoming. And if I go see Devil's Tower, I think that's when I'd probably come down on the north side of Yellowstone if I do that. Rushmore, probably just to say that I've seen there. I've been there. But yeah, not too interested in that, to be honest. Yeah, Custer State Park. So that's 2 hours away from here. Okay, so it's just south of Mount Rushmore. I mean, I might as well, if I go to Custer State Park, might as well swing by Rushmore and get a sticker. Try one more. Oh, these are fine art prints. Okay, that's all it is. Well, everyone has pretty much the same information, I think, for the most part. I have a good idea of where to go, what to do, and just kind of hope the weather works out. As long as I get some clouds and it doesn't rain. Dakota Morning Glow. Those are pretty nice. Same photo, same location, different people. Is this just a gallery? Okay. See here. Yeah, definitely a lot of that's older video.
Hi, I'm Chad Coppice. I'm the photographer for the Department of Tourism for South Dakota. Badlands has got a lot of great places to shoot pictures, but one of my favorites is here.
A lot of overlooks. Though if I get some good clouds, I do have all my time lapse gear. I'll probably do time lapses. I'm really having fun getting back into time lapse work. I took, for whatever reason, I have no good reason. I took kind of a hiatus, a break from it. And lately, I've been, as you probably noticed in the channel, doing more and more time lapses. And got some new gear for doing it. A lot of people kept telling me that I should come here. I'll enjoy it. So looking forward to it. Oh, no mosquitoes. They got some flies buzzing around me. No mosquitoes. It's finally cooling off too. Oh, a little bighorn field. Yeah. That is, well, there's the monument. Where's that at? Open the maps. That is trying to figure where that's at. Okay, I see where that's at. Might go by there. So that's where I'm at right now. Actually, that's off. I'm down over here. The location's off on this map. And I'll probably come through 90. The Black Hills is right there. There's Bighorn National Forest. There's the Battlefield Monument. Yeah, but probably don't. So I'm trying to figure out where I might come into Yellowstone. Yeah, it looks like I would come in through this route here. Oh, I could actually come in through the West Gate. Or not West Gate. God, my directions are off. East Gate. I've actually never come in that direction before. Unless I actually go up to Little Bighorn. Then I can just stay on 90, come through Billings, drop down, then I can come through the north. I should just look into the issue down here at Teton. One of the main roads had the road just erosion or whatever just gave out. I don't know how badly it messed up traffic. I know it's going to take a while for them to fix. And I got an old friend in the Marine Corps down around here in Idaho. I want to see him. Hopefully I get a chance to make it there. And that would probably wrap up my trip. Then it's just all the way back to California. This is a cool part. Craters of the Moon. Hard to photograph, though. Really hard to take good pictures of. It's all lava bed, volcanic rock. It's neat to see. Oh yeah, I'll share if I go there, dude. Yeah, this is a neat park. It's just not a photographer's park. I went there, took some pictures, and my photographer friends were like, "Oh, your pictures look terrible." And then they went there, they're like, "Oh, it's just really hard to photograph. The light doesn't do anything interesting off the lava beds." So, all right, that's about 50 minutes. I'm gonna wrap this up, make it a short stream. Flies are. So there's no mosquitoes out, but there's a couple really irritating flies. I guess I got to put out a little candle to burn. Get rid of these buggers. Freaking flies. Yeah, I'm pretty ready to get going though. I did have to resist the urge to like just log into work just to see the messages. I was like, no. If I see one thing, it's just going to set me off. So, yeah, thanks for stopping in. Quiet little stream. Probably other big streamers going on right now, Monday evening, but oh well, whatever. Yeah, it's actually right now, it's just easier to do a stream than shoot a bunch of video and edit it. So I was like, I'll try to do a stream. I'm going to check this out afterwards and see how the playback is, if it was skipping, dropping any frames or not. So this is also kind of a test, too. I'm still trying to get this streaming down on Starlink. So, all right, man. You and I think I got like one other lurker in the background. Oh, no, they're gone. So, cool, dude. Thanks for stopping in, and I'll catch you again. Bye.